Joining us in studio are political insiders Tony May for the Democrats, Charlie Giroux for the Republicans. Guys, thanks for being here.
All right, let's talk about the governor. The budget is out. It's being talked about and bandied about all over the Capitol. And Tony, you wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that the governor is not only talking about raising taxes in a lot of cases, but also talking about cutting some corporate taxes and phasing out the hated capital stock and franchise tax.
It's an interesting thing that there's not a lot of kudos being given out by the Republicans to the Democratic governor, who's also a businessman, for proposing cutting the corporate net income tax in half and to get rid of that capital stock and franchise tax once and for all, because it is something that Republicans have been asking for some time, and we're having a hard time getting it done. Now they can get it done in this budget if they just agree to some ways to replace that fund.
No kudos, Charlie?
Yeah, if we agree to gargantuan tax hikes all over the place, we'll give you this little bit over here. I mean, look, cutting the corporate taxes in Pennsylvania is an important step in the right direction, getting rid of the despised capital stock and franchise tax, which is a killer of small business in particular. It's long overdue. This was put in motion years and years ago, and my good friends on the Democratic side have scaled it back, scaled it back, scaled it back, and held up the elimination of it for years. That finally looks like it may come to pass. But underneath this all is a gigantic tax and spend plan being put forth by Governor Wolf. I don't think anybody believes it's ultimately going to pass, at least not in the form and fashion it's been put forth. But Jake Corman, the Republican leader in the Senate, I think put it best. He said, this is in effect dead on arrival. We're going to have a lot of work to be done before we get to June 30th.
But aren't these all going to be bargaining chips?
Well, I think that's the point. I mean, whether you want to say something's dead on arrival or it's subject to negotiation. And that's really, there's lots of moving parts in this proposed budget, and I think there's plenty of ways for the Democrats and Republicans to agree. There's need for new revenue, $2 billion, give or take. So how do you get that new revenue? And how do you make some trade-offs like reducing business taxes, which everybody agrees would be good for the economy?
Here's the problem, though. Tony says $2 billion. The administration says $2.3 billion. But the underlying independent fiscal office says it's $1.5 billion, a dramatic difference there. You can trust the partisan sides, or you can trust the independent fiscal office, which says it's a lot less. But regardless of the amount, what Governor Wolf is proposing are permanent taxes to fill a temporary shortfall. That's bad policy.
All right, I'll get you going. Let's talk about minimum wage.
That's just what I was about to bring up.
I mean, the governor would like to see minimum wage eventually up to $10.10.
Yeah. Of course he would, and in truth, he'd like to see it be a lot higher than that. The problem with the minimum wage is, and I understand that there are a lot of well-intended folks that believe a minimum wage will help people, the history of it is that the unintended consequence is that it has hurt the people that it's designed to help.
That's the calmest I've ever seen him talk about minimum wage.
Except that he's coming out with unsubstantiated assertions. I mean, it's not going to hurt poor people who are making $7.25 an hour right now to get a raise over a period of 3 or 4 years to $10 an hour. And it's not going to hurt the companies that support an increased minimum wage, like Walmart, who want to be able to retain good employees and keep the ones they've trained.
Tony's right. It won't hurt Walmart.
It's a mom and pop.
It will hurt the mom and pop operations, and that's precisely the point. It's not going to hurt the behemoths. It's going to hurt the folks on Main Street. And the person that's going to hurt Tony is not the person that's necessarily in the system already. It's the young kid trying to get a first job who finds that there's no job at $10.10, whereas there might have been one at $7.50 or $8.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up there. I'm sorry, we're out of time. You can see our Political Insiders Tuesday at 5:30 right here on CBS 21 News.
And Sunday mornings at 11:30, join us for CBS 21's Face the State, immediately following CBS's Face the Nation.